Welcome back to Turf Talk International Horse Edition. Ed DeRosa alongside Gary Young here at Del Mar. And Gary, we got our first look at a bunch of European horses, or first or second look. Can't get through them all, but did anyone make an extreme impression on you this morning before I ask you about a couple favorites?
One horse that's made a real positive impression on me the last 3 days was Hota. This horse is probably going to be a price. It actually worked 3/4 on Tuesday morning, and I thought the work was terrific. And they brought it to the track to gallop the last 2 mornings, and it has been very, very good. It looks like it's acclimated really, really well to Del Mar, and you know, we all know the Europeans do really well in turf racing over here, and not necessarily the ones that are supposed to be the best heroes. There's been a lot of Lashkaris and others through the years that
Caraconti a few years ago. Absolutely.
Yes.
And speaking of that, there is a horse in the mile who might end up being favored, Ribchester. And you and I have talked, not a huge fan of horses that are going to come if they win, then they're not coming, then they are. Just seems at a short price, those are the type of Europeans maybe are easier to oppose than others.
I agree with that, and I don't have anything not to like about the horse since it's been on the track since its arrival. But just the situation that we discuss, and there's going to be other horses in the race, Europeans and Americans, that look really, really good for the race on the track.
All right. Well, from one favorite, we personally don't like, to maybe two we do. Breeders' Cup Turf, I think, goes through Ulysses and Highland Reel. I know both were out there today. I give a slight edge to Ulysses because I think Highland Reel might have some company up front this year that maybe wasn't there last year. What'd you make of those two?
Ulysses, like many Europeans, as I said earlier, Ulysses, the first day he was on the track, got a little hot. There was new surroundings. Since then, he's been very, very fluid and no washing out whatsoever out there. Carries himself with a lot of presence. He really does. He's probably going to be one of the shorter prices of the Europeans that are running on the card, but you know, as is the case with a lot of them, his first day on the track is a little bit wet, but very good since then.
And Highland Reel?
He has a tendency to get a little warm, so that's not going to really affect me one way or another. His gallop was very spirited and strong this morning, and you know, that I just can't get out of my mind what he did last year in that race.
He blitzed them.
There's not too many times you see horses end a turf race at the 5/8 pole. I mean, he basically did in last year's Breeders' Cup Turf what Skipaway did back at Hollywood Park in his Breeders' Cup Classic. He just said at the 5/8 pole, "I'm out of here and this race is over."
Yeah.
And it was very impressive last year, and he looked well on the track this morning.
That's how I felt about Bullard's Alley in the International. At the 3/8 pole, you knew it was over. He was 40-1 though, not 4-1.
Exactly.
Highland Reel, last year's turf winner, will get you out of here on the other Breeders' Cup winner, trying to defend Queen's Trust in the filly and mare turf. Anything you've seen from her? Do you remember how she came into last year? Can she upset Lady Eli again?
You know, she came through the stretch, and they let her do a little open gallop / 1/4 mile breeze this morning in about 24-4. She's a very leggy filly. Looks about the same as she did last year. Needless to say, if you do think she's going to beat Lady Eli this year, you're not going to get as big a price as you did. I couldn't knock her. Lady Eli does. I mean, she looks terrific. I mean, her weight and everything. She's held her weight very good. She'll be favored, and we know, as we always say, we're looking to try to get prices on Breeders' Cup Day, but I can't knock anything I've seen about Lady Eli here thus far.
Career finale for her, a win to me would certainly cement probably a Racing Hall of Fame career if she's not there already. So
if you can overcome foundering and win a Breeders' Cup race on your last race of your career, that should qualify for immediate induction.
All right, well, we'll be watching. She's been a lot of fun. A lot of horses going out, maybe with a bang, maybe not. We'll see. But, Gary, it's been a pleasure this week. We'll get you for one more to get your classic pick.
Okay.
All right.
We will be.
Join us then.